Class, what's up? Welcome to another video on 6.2. So still working with unit circles and trig ratios. This video is going to be a little shorter, mainly because this first section I need you to basically pause the video when I say go, and I want you to do these 24 problems on this first page on your own. Yes, I'm going to give the answer key in a little bit. And yes, if you wanted to, you could just copy down the answers. I think we all know that that's not helping you learn this stuff and not helping you practice. So again, what I'm going to ask you to do is complete these 24 problems. I also want you, put your iPod or iPhone, put a timer. I want you to get a stopwatch going. I want to see how long this page takes you to do. All right? I think it's important, obviously, for you to understand the concepts, but we also want to be starting to work on some speed just so we know where you're at in terms of being able to finish an assessment. Okay? So, right now, I want you to pause, do these 24 problems, and then check in a little bit. Go. All right, so here are the answers, excuse me. All right. There's the top little bit right there. And what do we need? I still need to show you the bottom. Okay, so let's show you these. All right. Okay, so hopefully you remember and are able to mark down how many you got correct and then how long it took you, as I am going to be asking you at the end of the video how you did. All right? So, to finish up our notes, we are going to do a little bit of calculating expressions or evaluating expressions with our trig functions. Hold on, I'm getting my calculator for the second part. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so guys, this stuff at the top, we do not need a calculator for this. Right? I know it looks crazy, but we know what the sine of 45 is, we know what the cosine of 150 is. So we should be able to do this. Alright? So let's take a look and let's think about how we would do this. Well, hopefully we're starting to feel comfortable with our 45-degree angles. We know that if you're at a 45-degree angle, sine, cosine are going to be the same. It's just going to be root 2 over 2. Now cosine 150 is actually a 30-degree angle. It's with the 30-degree group. The only difference is you need to remember that we are going in the negative x direction, correct? Hopefully we agree. So, if cosine is the x value, I know it's going to be negative, and 150, or a 30-degree angle, that means it's more in the x than it is in the y. So this is the root 3 over 2. Now we would need to clean this up. We're not done. Root 2 and root 3 multiply to root 6. It was negative, and 2 times 2 is 4. So our final answer is negative root 6 over 4. Excuse me, my bad. All right. So that's how we would do something like number A. B, very similar. Got to figure these out first. Please remember cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, okay? So make a little note, and now I know pi over 4, that's a 45-degree angle. So again, my sine would be, or my y value I should say, would be root 2 over 2, but because it's cosecant, I'm not putting root 2 over 2, I'm putting 2 over root 2. Oh, I guess I don't even need parentheses here, sorry. And then plus, okay, plus cosine 3 pi over 2. Okay, well, 3 pi over 2 is a quadrantal, and it's going straight down. So what is my x-coordinate when I go straight down? 0. Alright, so when I put these together, I still just have 2 over root 2, and hopefully we can kind of think about this. I mean, what's root 2 times root 2? 2. So this is square root of 2. I would accept this, but it's not bad for you to understand that 2 divided by radical 2 is radical 2. All right, on this next one, we need to do a couple of things. First, we need to kind of write it. Let's do this. 2 times parentheses plus 5 times parentheses, and let's figure out what goes inside those parentheses. Now, sine of pi over 6. Pi over 6, 30-degree angle. 30-degree angle group. And the sine there, excuse me, the sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. When we're trying to find the cotangent, I think it's easiest to just remember if tangent is y over x, then cotangent is x over y. So 11 pi over 6, which is a 30-degree angle, but down in quadrant 4, okay, so it has a negative y and a positive x. Well, let's think about that. It would be negative, oh, sorry, my bad. X would be going out to the right at root 3 over 2. And then the sine would be negative 1/2, right? X over y. And so now when we do that, the 2's cancel, and we just get negative root 3. Okay, so we finish this up. 2 times 1/2 is 2. 5 times negative root 3 is negative 5 root 3. And I would leave it just like that. All right. All right. Now the next part I'm hoping should be nice and easy. Let's make sure that we know where to find sine, cosine, tangent, though I'm pretty sure you guys used this last year. Our sine, cosine, tangent buttons are right here. Sine, cosine, tangent. Right? Sine, as you guys would say, sin, cos, tan. Sine, cosine, tangent. So these are on the calculator perfectly. Cosecant, secant, and cotangent, I need you guys to be very, very careful here. These, if you look for them on your calculator, are nowhere to be found. Okay? I need you to understand right now, they are not second sine, second cosine, second tangent. Okay? These are not the same as the inverse functions of sine, cosine, tangent. Okay? They're the reciprocal functions. So what we're going to have to always do is remember that cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. And secant is the reciprocal of cosine. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So you'll need to find the sine first and then do 1 divided by. Or you could do that all in one step. But the other thing that you need to remember, do not flip the angle. All right, the angle does not flip, right? So if it's like pi over 3, it does not change to 3 over pi. It's just you reciprocate the actual value of the sine of that angle, okay? So do not flip the fraction or the angle. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 of these with you, then you're going to do the last 4, and then you're going to call it a day, and we'll check these in class tomorrow. Or the next time I see you, I should say. So, a couple of things that we need to talk about. Degree, radian. We need to be very careful. When you're looking at a problem, you need to look and see what units you're in. Like this is a degree, right? So on your calculator, under mode, you need to make sure that you are in degree mode, which I was, right? It's already highlighted in black, degree mode. If it was in radians, like it is right now, you see it's highlighted, you need to go over, you need to select degree, second quit, and now you're ready to take the cosine of 48. So cosine of 48, 0 point, and what did we say? Round to 2 decimals? So 0.67, and we are done. Now please notice, usually 27 would be a degree, right? We'd give a number that big would be a degree, but what do we notice? Is there a degree symbol? No. This is in radians. This is in radians. So you need to make sure that you go back to your mode and switch to radian mode. All right, now let's think about this. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So we need to do 1 of cosine 27, and that's exactly what we're going to put into our calculator. 1 over cosine 27, and again, we were in the correct mode, so we should be good. Negative 3.42. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, we have some more radians. This is good. We want the tangent of it. This is nice and easy. Tangent of pi divided by 12. If you wanted to do it as a fraction, you could, but tan of pi over 12, we're already in radian mode. Hit enter. We are good. 0.27. Last one that we are going to do is cosecant, which is 1 over sine pi over 13. Please notice, this is what I was talking about earlier. Do you notice how I did not flip the angle? The angle stays. It's just, it goes into the bottom. Okay, it's the trig function that goes to the bottom, not the angle. All right? So, we can go back. 1 over sine pi divided by 13. I think we got that. We're good. We hit enter, and we are good to go. 4.18. All right, so I want you guys to finish these last 4 down here on your own, and we will check them first thing in class next time I see you. Have a good one. Peace.